Have you heard the story of the Crescent Hollow Forest?
A place for hiking, hunting, campfire. But the forest outside of Crescent Hollow has always had a different reputation.
Long before Crescent Hollow was a town, before the rail line, before the Museum of Wonder, there was only the forest, and according to the earliest records we have, it may be the reason people settled here. When the first settlers arrived in the region in the 1600s, they didn't choose this location by accident. There were easier places to build a town, better land, clearer rivers, but the first settlement appeared here, right beside the forest. One early trading journal described something unusual. Travelers spoke of a place in the woods where the air felt different, where compasses drifted off their headings, and where people sometimes lost track of time while walking beneath the trees. The entry ends with the same observation. People seemed drawn to the place, even when they couldn't explain why.
Over the next 2 centuries, those stories never stopped.
Hunters reported unusual animals moving through the trees. Survey teams recorded strange compass readings. Travelers described lights moving through the forest at night. Most people dismissed the stories as folklore, but one person decided they were worth studying.
Thaddeus Randall grew up hearing the stories of the forest outside of Crescent Hollow. Unlike most people, he didn't dismiss them. He collected them.
And in 1934, Randall turned these stories into an attraction, the Museum of Wonder. At the time it wasn't much, just a tent set up on the outskirts of town. Travelers passing through Crescent Hollow could stop and see Randall's collection, artifacts, local legends, and strange reports connected to the forest. Randall believed something about the forest was worth documenting, because the strange reports weren't scattered randomly. They all seemed to come from the same place. The Vale. No one seems to agree where the name came from. Some say the forest simply feels different there. The trees themselves appear to mirror each other, as if the landscape were folding along an invisible seam. Randall became fascinated by the place.
Because if the stories surrounding the forest were true, then the veil might explain something important about Crescent Hollow. Most people treated the forest like folklore. Randall saw something else. Opportunity.
He believed the strange things happening near the Vale could be studied, documented, even displayed.
The forest wasn't just the source of Crescent Hollow stories. It was the source of Randall's entire empire.
For centuries, people have been drawn to the forest outside Crescent Hollow. Some came looking for answers. Others came looking for opportunity.
Thaddeus Randall was here for both. Because the deeper you dig into this town, the more everything leads back to the same place.
A quiet stretch of forest, the place locals call the Vale.
If we're going to discover Crescent Hollow, first we have to discover what lies beyond it. This is Archive Entry 002. Next week, we're going to dive into what the locals call the Vale. This is where things get even more interesting. This story isn't over. Thank you for watching.
That's all I need to chase the clouds.